It has been over a month since we've had any announcements for Naruto, Boruto, Ultimate Ninja Storm connections. On the 21st of August, we actually got this trailer right here showing us the new Kara members and giving us the release date for the game. The main pages have been pretty quiet on Twitter as well. The Naruto video games English and Japanese pages have only just been posting the ultimate jutsu to characters that already exist in Naruto, and the Bandai pages aren't saying anything about connections. Occasionally here and there, the Japanese pages will repost about the release date of connections and to remind you to pre-order the game, but there isn't actually anything new. However, I think very soon there's going to be a brand new announcement, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I think it is. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Personal Kami here. Me, myself, and I back again with another video, and I am, as always, relaying some positivity, enforcing some positivity, and some interesting news that might come of interest to a lot of you. Now, I've already highlighted this in one of my previous videos, but there are actually 3 stages yet to be announced. Now, let me tell you about why this will be an announcement, and there could be more than just these 3 stages. The whole point of this website is to actually get you excited for Naruto, Boruto, Storm Connections. It's giving you as much information as it can do about the game in terms of all the characters that will be coming, all the stages that will be returning, and all the information needed from the game in terms of how much it will be, how and where you can pre-order it. But wait, there's more. When you're looking at the stages, there are 3 stages at the very bottom that are blanked out in question marks, meaning that they are stages that will be announced soon. So this is a pretty obvious indicator as to what the announcement will be. Not only that, but I think following this announcement, there will be some new characters added with these stages. It wouldn't make sense just to do a trailer just to show off some stages and literally that's it. I know that the marketing for the game hasn't been perfect. I don't think they're going to be that silly to do something like that. However, I do have some good ideas in mind as to what these 3 stages could be. I actually have 6 stage possibilities as to what it could be, and I'm really hoping that at least 2 of them will be correct. Not only that, but with these stages, there should be some actual possibilities of some characters being announced alongside these stages to make it all make sense and for good marketing purposes. With that being said, let's go ahead and see what the stages could be. So after doing some research, I've actually found that all the new things that get announced in Naruto, Boruto, Storm Connections is that everything is Boruto themed. I've said this all the time in my previous videos about this game, is that every new announcement is themed around the Boruto Next Generation's anime, and anything about it has Boruto as the main line front and center. So with that being said, a lot of the recommendations I have here are actually themed around the Boruto era and nothing from Naruto Shippuden or Naruto. So I'm going to pick it off with the first 3 stages that I think could be introduced. Now I'm going to say could, and to be honest, I think these are less likely than the final 3 I've actually thought about because of how the marketing is going and how Boruto Storm Connections is actually going to be sort of based around in terms of story. So the first stage I actually want to bring up is actually the background to where Kashin Koji and Jigen fights in the Boruto anime. Now, this is a very interesting design of a stage. Obviously, there's a lot of like pillars in the way. I'm not sure if they'll do what they did in the Chunin exam stage where those trees are actually in the way. I'm not sure if they're gonna have like a big area where, you know, some of these pillars might be in the way. However, this could actually get in the way and ruin the flow of fights if you're trying to fight or whether you're trying to C-dash and somebody just jumps behind one of many pillars. But maybe this could be like a big wide open stage and the pillars could be seen in the background but cannot be interacted with. But as you can see, there's all these pillars. There's a very dark, quite contrast black and white grayscale looking stage. I actually really like the design of it. I think it's really cool. I think this will be a very good implementation. The next stage idea that I have is actually when Boro fought Boruto and his friends in this very big wide open area. Wide open areas are always needed. They're very popular, especially in terms of competitive Storm. And if what Senju is saying is correct in terms of how they're looking at Connections being more of a competitive game, then I feel like this stage would be quite good for it. Now, it doesn't have to be as big as the Ninja War stage or the Hidden Leafs destroyed or anything. However, I think quite a medium-sized stage with maybe some like lumpy rock areas in the background, the nice purple sky, some things to introduce Boro in more of an intense light would be really interesting here. And then the final stage idea here is actually Jigen when he fought Naruto and Sasuke in this big wide open area. Now, if there is going to be a big wide open Great Ninja War-esque stage, it would be this one right here. Again, a big, beautiful purple cloudy sky, a massive wide open area. I know we've already got a good couple of stages, like maybe 2 or 3 stages with big wide open areas that are suited for a competitive play, but I feel like this is a nice change in scenery to actually get you guys in your intense battles. As you can see here, Jigen is doing his best with his breakdancing. So those 3 stages I think could be possible. However, I don't think they're going to be as possible as the next 3 stages I'm going to recommend to you. The whole reason why is that yes, the Kara has been introduced and those stages involve around the Kara members. It's just there's no specification anywhere about the Kara members actually having their own storyline. If the Kara members actually had their own main story about their introduction to Boruto that was playable in Connections, these stages would 100% be a thing, I have no doubt about it. However, there is a good chance that these could be replaced by these next coming stages. So going ahead and looking at the special story mode trailer for Naruto Storm Connections that has released not long ago, there has been a lot of interesting scenery that I feel like a lot of us are skipping over, and I feel like they've actually just been showing the stages in this trailer just very discreetly. At the very beginning of the trailer, we see this big thundery raining type area with Naruto and Sasuke stood in it. It looks very Hidden Valley, is giving Final Valley vibes. But looking at the trailer here, you can see that it is a big water area, and it looks like Final Valley, the end version where Naruto and Sasuke fought. To be honest, this could very well may be the very place that they end up finding themselves in. Obviously, from what we gained off the trailer, it's about a 5th Great Ninja War. Obviously, this is an original Boruto story, so this is not canon in any way, shape, or form. However, this could be a brand new stage where they find themselves in this ravine where Naruto and Sasuke fight each other. Obviously, you're going to be playing a Naruto versus Sasuke fight. Maybe you're playing as Sasuke versus this new brainwashed Naruto that we're seeing here, and they fight in this stage here. I feel like this is very credible. I think what they're going to do is probably just take the Final Valley last version and probably just remix it into this thundery, stormy, murky type version of it to give it a very intense feel. I feel like this is a great candidate for a new stage. As this is based around the 5th Great Ninja War, I feel like the next stage is going to be a bit more of a big open area, but as you can see in this shot right here, there are some trees in the background and lots of rocks and a big wide open area for all of these shinobi to fight. And as you can see, there's shinobi from the Stone, the Cloud, and the Leaf Village all fighting each other and actually just causing a havoc because of this, 5th Great Ninja War thing that's going on, and Boruto is running through it. And as you can see, Boruto is in here, about to get bombarded by all that fire-esque jutsu there. I feel like this could be a potential new stage here. Now, another potential stage opportunity, which I might even saying that there's either 3 or maybe even 4 stages here. But looking at where Mers is stood here, he is stood in a big, open area, sort of like hideout, I guess, area, where he's got his troops. And I feel like this hideout area might actually be a stage. You might have to maybe infiltrate this hideout area and fight Mers and to actually take him down, or maybe to fight troops or whatever. But I feel like this massive hideout area where all his troops are stood, just looking at it, I guess they could take ideas of the 5 Kage Summit stage and then twist it and give the same sort of like scenery and vibes as this area. For the OST, it could have very similar instruments and the same vibe to it. And I feel like you could fight in front of the stage in this big open area right here as to where all these soldiers are stood. I feel like this would be a really nice dynamic stage to fight in. Looking through the trailer, there's actually a good few stage opportunities, like the Final Valley-esque place I said, the big open area, and that, massive area there where Mers is stood. I guess you can call it Mers' hideout or something. I can't remember if his name is Mers or Mertz. I'm seeing lots of different typos or different ways of spelling. But I guess one more potential opportunity, I wasn't really so quick to say it, but there is a place where Nanashi is stood. Now, it looks like where Nanashi is stood, she's actually stood on one of the very many rooftops or water towers in the Leaf Village, so I guess that wouldn't really be a stage. However, there is another scenery of her stood in what looks like to be the grassy lakes prairie, but not really, because there's actually buildings everywhere, or rather there's a building type structure here in the back, like a generator, maybe with a long wire running through it here. And as you can see, there's these big rocky cliff areas. This could be the upper end of the Leaf Village, a higher, more mountainous area of the Leaf Village. I mean, given by this long pipe, wire type thing that's running from this structure, it might actually have something to do with Nanashi and maybe this little platform that she stood on. So maybe this area that she's in here could actually be a stage. Judging by the way she's dressed, she has to be a ninja because she is wearing sandals, like what ninja wears, the type of gloves or whatever. So she think that she handles ninja kunai and stuff, or ninja tools. And she does have sort of a aerodynamic or a ninja appropriate outfit for her to fight alongside in. Now, I did say earlier that these stage announcements should come with some new potential characters, and the new potential characters that I'm thinking of would be the likes of Nanashi and Mers. That's right, Nanashi and Mers should be very good applicants to be the new potential playable characters with these stages. Wouldn't it make more sense as to how Naruto Boruto Storm Connections is going, and the way it's advertising everything that is about Boruto era stuff, and that there's this new original Boruto story, that's not canon by the way. It would make a lot of sense that that they actually introduce more things around this. So Mers and Nanashi would be two good additions to the playable characters. So I imagine what the trailer could be is showing off their movesets the same way that they did with Kara, and the same they did with Naruto, Sasuke, and Kawaki as well. And also just show them with their new movesets in these brand new stages. They could show Nanashi in like those big mountainous areas that you see with like the wires and like the platforms behind her and whatever. Or they could show Mers fighting in his own hideout. I feel like these are very good potential possibilities as to what the next trailer could be. So what I am personally expecting the next trailer to be is new stages, including these new characters, Nanashi and Mers. But I wouldn't be surprised if they stuck with the whole Kara theme, because Kara is a very popular topic right now in revolving into the whole Naruto Boruto theming and the whole Naruto Boruto era. They're basically like the new Akatsuki. I believe it's going to involve Nanashi and Mers in the new original story that is going to be coming to Connections, and it's going to be them fighting in their stages for the next trailer, and I think it's going to be very exciting. If you guys have different ideas as to what you think the next announcement trailer is going to be, and I'm certain there's going to be at least one more trailer or maybe even two more trailers, what do you guys think is going to be? Do you think it's going to be anything related to the new stages, or do you think it's something different? If you do think it's the stages, tell me down below. What exactly do you think the stages will be? As always, it's been your boy Poison and Kami, Janet.